Anderson might be coming into the 17 now, is that correct? Or?
Yeah, we had a bit of a mishap this morning there with Will Warbrick, so we're not quite sure how bad it is, but we'll just we'll check him in the morning and go from there. But Grant trained the whole session out there, so yeah. If Will doesn't play, at least he's had a bit of practice this week.
Grant's obviously played a bit of NRL in the couple of years he's been there. What do you like about him as a player?
Oh, again, he's got he's got good pace. Obviously, he's a good athlete, but I think more than anything else, he reads the game really well. Actually, he's quite a smart footy player. Sometimes you don't get that from wingers, but no, I shouldn't say that. But yeah, like I say, he's a winger centre. He'd probably play in the halves if he had to, So yeah, he just gives us some real good footy knowledge, and he knows where to be and when to be there, and he knows how to get the job done.
There's quite a few Falcons players on the park there. Is that just a testament to what we've got going on here on the Sunshine Coast, the ability to be able to pull them up like that?
Oh yeah, again, they're all those guys are full-time players with us, but. Yeah, like I say, we don't like losing players, and we don't like the situation that we're in. There's some players we are resting because of the minutes they've played this year, but there's some players that have got niggling injuries. But we're really confident in the guys that have been playing with the Falcons to come in and do a really good job. What they do with the Falcons each week, we just want them to bring their best, when they come with us, and it's a real, I suppose, testament to the Falcons how good these players are and how well they get coached and treated, and then usually when they come in, they do a really good job for us. So yeah, it's obviously the Falcons have been our feeder team for a long time now, and they're always sharpening up our players, to be quite honest. So yeah, they do a fantastic job, and it's good to see a couple of blokes get their chance tomorrow night.
The situation that you're in at the moment, would you prefer to see a bye week similar to what they do in the AFL?
Yeah, I would, but having said that, that's not my decision, so I'm not going to say we have to or whatever, but I think it'd be a good idea. Like I say, today, tomorrow, our team, there'd be more players playing. I'm not going to, we've got some injured, but, there'd be more players that have played first grade this year playing. The Broncos would be saying the same. I think the Warriors to be saying the same. So if everyone's okay with that, well, we should leave it at that. But if it's not, perhaps we need to or should look at some other way of not letting that happen, and having that week off before the finals would be a way to, I suppose, simplify things and have more players playing in the last round.
Probably the fans might like that, whereas they go to this game tomorrow and they're missing, basically it's a second string team in some ways, without being disrespectful.
And you're right, there's a lot of players out, obviously from our side, but there's a lot of players out from the Broncos too, so they're not probably seeing the game that, they expected to see or would like to see, but, for that's what I say, that's for the fans, and that's for the fans sitting at home watching on TV as well. But for us, and I'm sure for the Broncos too, we get an opportunity to see some young guys go around, and they've been waiting for that opportunity for a long time, some of them. So this is their opportunity, so that's fairly exciting. I know we're pretty excited about it, and I imagine the Broncos are fairly excited about their young blokes getting a chance tomorrow night as well.
It was good to see the video you posted yesterday when you named the two debutants and just what it means to them.
Yeah, I didn't post anything. I don't know what's going there. You did say right, and I knew there'd be some sort of reaction, but to be quite honest, I was a little bit surprised at the excitement as well. So obviously the other players know them players probably better than I do off the field, but it's obviously great excitement for everyone in the club to see those two young blokes make their debut. And like I say, there's some other players that have only played 3 or 4 handful of games, so they get another chance tomorrow night as well.
Justin Olam has a big game tomorrow. Has he come into the calculation for semi-final? He's obviously played the last few weeks in the Queensland Cup.
Yeah, well, he does. Like all those guys come in tomorrow, depending on what happens with some other players too. But we know Justin's been there and done that, but like I say, he just hasn't been, I suppose, in the form that we'd like him to be in, the last couple of months. And but as you say, he gets a chance tomorrow night too, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Does perhaps want to play 80 tomorrow? Or?
Yeah, we'll look at that. I think that'd be ideal for us. We'll have a long turnaround, whatever happens. You have a Thursday night game, so at least it's not a 5-day turnaround. So we'll be looking to play as long a time that he's comfortable playing with. But if we can get 80 out of him, that'd be ideal.
Do you have any particular player, the debutants, a couple of debutants, or the newish players that you're looking keen to see how they go in this game?
Yeah, obviously, I'd have to say, Sua's been on the edge, basically nearly all year. He's been very close a couple of times. Then we look to get him in, and then we think we need the experience a little bit more than a young guy coming in with his strengths. So like I say, he's been on the edge a bit. Jack's a little bit different. He's had an up and down year as far as injury goes. I probably, if someone said to me, 4 weeks ago, Jack would be playing first grade, I would have thought, probably not. But again, he's been playing really well the last month in the Queensland Cup, and there's a good chance of him starting tomorrow night, to be quite honest. So so that's a pretty big step up for him. But like I say, it's really exciting to see. And as I said, I'm really excited to see what Sewell can bring to the table.
And Tyron Wishart had a starring role last weekend. A couple of great individual tries, great conversions, etc. Has he played much halfback, if any?
Oh no, he actually sees himself as halfback. Well, his main position. So he come to us as a half. But we've found value in using him in a whole heap of positions. He's very versatile. I think he's been on the wing a couple of times, a bit of a chip off the old block, I suppose. But so he's played a whole heap of positions for us, and done a really good job. So we'll see how he goes in the half roll tomorrow, and go from there.
Is the plan to play Pat Hausen in the finals? Are you confident he would have got enough footy, or what's the plan with that?
Oh yeah, again, as I said, 2 weeks ago, there's no real plan for Paps. He's been out a long time. Very encouraging. What he did last week, I thought it was really encouraging. So. But we got to see how it goes tomorrow night. And if I'm thinking here, and you're asking me that question, I'm thinking he's going to be part of our 17.
And just on Kevy, Coach of the Year contender, how proud would you be to see him? I know you've had a good relationship with him over the years.
Oh yeah, and I think I've said a couple of times this year. I think he's really held his nerve great over the last couple of years. He's blooded a lot of young guys. And while it hasn't been ideal, I suppose, to blood as many as he did at the one time, they probably paid a bit of price for that the last couple of years. But now they're getting, he's getting his rewards for being patient and and really sticking with those guys, because obviously he's seen something in them. And like I say, them and Penrith have been the real standouts this year. So he's done a great job there, Kevin. Under a lot of pressure too. We know. Anyone involved in the Broncos up here, you're under a bit of pressure when things don't go right. But they've been going right this year, and he's done a great job, and it's real happy for him.